Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Scotty, Emily, and Kara here from the Orange County Regional History Center. How's everybody doing?
Give you a blast. Oh, is it not working? Hold on. Now try it. Is it working now?
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Nothing?
What is...
Oh, there it is.
Hey, it's working.
So the History Center asked us to be involved in a project.
I don't know why.
Doing.
I don't know why. Especially after that horrible intro. We're like, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Why would the History Center ask us to do anything after it's like, oh, is it working? Hello? Come in, Rangoon. Radio Freedom.
So
sound like an old propaganda radio in World War II.
American GI.
The project is called...
That's what they did.
Is it called the Orlando Collective?
Well, no,
okay.
just Orlando Collected.
Okay, Orlando Collective.
Yes.
Oh, so
Orlando Collected or Orlando Collective?
Yeah.
Tid.
Tom
had it right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. I think I had it wrong, but I also can't talk.
But I said it in a way where I could have let you take the W, right?
Yeah.
I said it in a way where you could go like, yeah. And look at me.
That's called the Magoo. I had it wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
I just got through it.
Yeah. And then I pointed it out, but in a way to let you know, hey, I think you got it wrong. Correct it.
So
we have a love language. We have a special language.
So part of the Orlando Collected is that local. And now, how are you choosing the people that are choosing the items? Are they just local influencers?
We're doing a horrible job of explaining it.
Why don't you explain it, Scotty?
I
don't know.
Scotty. I feel like we have these young professional people on our couch. And maybe,
I don't know why I do that.
Maybe one of these young professional people from their professional organization within our wonderful city of Orlando, Florida could explain.
Why do I make it so hard on myself?
I don't know. You made my eyeball sweat. You started making my
choose the hardest way to go. You
looked at them and you're like...
Just look at the guest and be like, tell us what's going on. It's so easy. It could be so easy.
It is so
but
easy.
Instead of
try
that,
to make it hard.
I'll be like, well, I don't really know what's going on, but I'll try to explain it in a horrible way.
We try to make it hard. Then they're talking about having a private conversation before the show, and I interject myself into the private conversation. I start talking about their friend Jeremy. I had no right to do that. That's not my friend. That's not a person I even know.
Sorry, Scotty. Tell us
why would anybody want to work with us?
Emily, do you want to take that the explanation of how this it's a pretty unique process.
Okay, here we go. Scotty's powering 3. He gets it now. Thank you, Scotty, for being an adult.
So essentially what our exhibits team did was sat down and came up with kind of Orlando influencers, or we were referring to them as celebrities. So people who are prominent within the city of Orlando.
I prefer celebrity.
You can be celebrity, that's fine.
I like an influencer because that's above celebrity now.
Influencer. Influencer. What do you put on a wig? You're dancing on TikTok. I'm old Hollywood. I'm Brad Pitt. I got my kids taking my name off the end of their names because I'm such an animal.
Rob Schneider is a celebrity,
but
right. He's no influencer.
Yeah, right. Elle King, though. Elle King, on the other hand, is a influencer. She would be more influencer.
Yeah. She's now.
We picked bad. Those are bad examples. Those are terrible examples.
So you picked some influencers.
Yes. So they put together their list and then they reached out to the celebrities or the influencers to see if they would be interested in choosing objects or archival pieces or photos that will be in the exhibit next year. So you each get to choose a piece. We put together a list for you. You get to tell us kind of what...
That's how dumb we are. They put together the list.
It's a pretty overwhelming collection. So to tell people to just pick something would be...
Yeah. And by the way, if you ever email me and ask me to choose something, I'll do it. I'll choose anything. If you give me a list and be like, hey, I just wanted to know if you'll choose something off this list, I'll do it. It's easy for me to do. I'll pick something.
Yeah. I have a problem with people's GoFundMes. Can't not give to them. My wife is like mad at me. I give to everyone's GoFundMe hundreds of dollars, and she's like, "You have to stop." And I'm like, "They need help, man."
I'm starting a GoFundMe.
So how did you pick the items? Like, how many different items do you have to choose from? They're like kind of
in
locally...
the entire collection?
Yeah. I mean, because you gave us a list of a lot here.
We have, objects alone, over 10,000 of?
Tens of thousands.
Yeah, tens of thousands. And then our photo collection, our archives collections, we probably have over 100 1,000 things.
Whoa.
So that's why anyone that was reached out to, it was kind of like, give us some idea of things you're interested in, and the collections team will put together a list based off of that of about 10-ish items from the mass collection, so that you don't have to sit there and go through thousands and thousands of things to try to figure out which one thing you would like.
I was kind of hoping we'd go through the thousands, but suit yourself.
If you gave me a list of 1,000, I'll go 31.
That's true.
That's true. I always go 31.
We had a rule back at our professional radio days when we had to do something that was mandated. We do at least 3 pages correct. And then the other hundreds of pages, we would just sign our name, Donald Duck, fudge.
Yeah, because they only look through the first
they only
three.
look at the first 3 pages.
And they're like, oh, they must have done it all.
Yeah.
So are we going to go over the list right now?
We
Because
can.
I have chosen my item.
I have not.
Oh,
I'm still
boy.
on the fence.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little on the fence.
So
We have a list here of our community curator, Tom and Dan items.
So the first on the list is our 2 blue seats from Tinker Field. Now, these are the original seats from the baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
Would these have been there during Martin Luther King's speech?
These, yes, I think so.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
big.
mean, yeah.
That's big.
Now, what about Earth Day Birthday 2?
Yeah. Well, that was the best set. No, he's not kidding. That was the best set that I'd seen of Non-Point. And I think Non-Point did, or was that Evanescence? I think it was Evanescence, actually. They may have never played Earth Day Birthday.
So I when I saw this, I was like, oh, Tinkerfield,
Yeah,
locally.
it's a good one. That's a good one.
You know, the amount of, you're talking about Martin Luther King, like the amount of things that have gone through Tinkerfield in Orlando is
we
crazy.
had a beloved minor league baseball team for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I would be there right now. I like baseball. I think it would be very fun, but, you know, we don't have that anymore. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's a very good one.
Now, the second item, Mr. Color TV. What is...
I feel like that's what you call yourself in the bedroom. Right? I feel like you're like, hey, Mr. Color TV's here. Hey, all right.
What exactly is this? The Mr. Color TV.
So Mr. Color TV was Bill Bear, and he owned 4 stores throughout Orlando. He was the largest color TV retailer.
I'm Bill Bear. That's the best name for selling TV. I'm Bill Bear, and you're gonna love my TV.
Yeah. We're gonna bear down these prices.
Yeah. I've been hibernating all winter to save you some money on a TV.
And you know the location of his store because it's on Mills Avenue, and it still has this mosaic outside that's bears. If you've ever noticed, that's a wedding shop now.
That's the old boxing. It's a boxing place now, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's a wedding place, isn't it?
I think it's a wedding shop
I think
now.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
I
a
get
boxing
wedding
thing
and boxing. Sorry,
It's a fine line.
Same
Fine
thing.
line.
Understandable.
in my household, you know, we're tough love.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed. Speaking of history, that there are humans that have seen way more advances than we'll ever see.
Oh yeah, we got the crawl.
Yeah, and
We
even
got
our
the-
kids. I
yeah.
feel disappointed that our kids won't see as
No, but we just saw
drastic
it. You're
as
being
an
negative.
advance.
You're being negative. We just saw yesterday they landed the booster and the chopsticks.
Yeah, but we didn't see
That's
the
pretty
original
cool.
moon land. Like there are people that saw. Like there are people that bought a color TV from Bill Bear. And when it was first come out, and they saw, and then they saw the original moon landing, and then just saw.
I'm gonna put it out there. Do you guys have a TV to go along with this? I feel like somebody in this town has a Bill Bear TV with the sticker on it that says Bill Bear TVs that you should now donate under the sign. There should be a real TV.
We'll take it.
I wish we did.
I'm
You know
sure
what?
somebody has it. I've been having good luck with just putting things out into the universe, and then people will just contact me and be
Yes,
like,
please.
Yeah, you know, I did
I
that.
would love that.
I wanted to work with Jeff's Bagels. They say, hey, I love this. They're hi Dan, it's Jeff's. I'm
We
like,
do
what?
have something from his store that is on display all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what it is? If you've been in the building, you've walked past them. It's a little duo.
I'm not familiar.
These taxidermied polar bears.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in Bill Bear's
Yep.
colored TV shop.
Each store had a bear.
There
Oh,
were
this
4.
guy's awesome, dude. This may be my. You're changing what I'm gonna choose now
Uh-oh.
because
Now-
I do like the legend of Bill Bear, Mr. Color TV. The fact that he called himself Mr. Color TV makes me build up this in my imagination white Cadillac. He's got a TV in the front, a horn that plays like, you know, they're driving around, and
Now-
he's like, I'm TV man. You know,
You would think his official mascot would be some sort of rainbow. Not
No,
why
not
a polar
that
bear?
time, not at that time.
A polar bear is just white.
Bear. Bill Bear.
Oh, okay.
That's how dumb he is.
Well, he's not selling. It has nothing to do with bears. It should be a rainbow.
What's his last name?
It should be some painting canvas. Something to represent color.
Coca-Cola.
Flowers,
Coca-Cola
a
uses
bouquet of-
bears. There's nothing to do with it.
I know,
A
but
polar bear holding a TV. Watch this or I'll eat your head.
no, let's move on.
Yeah, I think we ran out of jokes on that one.
So the next item
Oh, this was really creepy.
is a creepy ass doll called the Fae doll, made by L.F. Halstead. So what is
God,
this?
I mean, even the name, it's like, hey, I got you a toy. It's from L.F. Halstead. That sounds creepy, right? It's not like, hey, it's from
Yeah.
Galoob.
Yeah.
It's from Kenner.
And the the doll looks like a ghost already.
Yeah,
like
it does. Looks like a dead baby.
Its
She does.
face is like faded, and old dolls are creepy.
She's actually handmade. So L.F. Halstead was an Orlando artist.
I didn't mean to besmirch her name.
It's okay.
I take that back.
There's not too much known about her, actually.
Well, she wasn't a good doll maker, I'll tell you that.
She's hand painted and she is horrifying. I love her because
I
she's
kinda love
horrifying.
her too. She's
I
yellow
hate her.
too. She got that nicotine.
She's
look.
super old. Everyone's afraid of her. I wanted to pull her this morning. Kara said no, she'll haunt us.
1897 is
Yep.
this doll? Holy smokes, this might be my one.
Yeah. That
See,
is.
she kind of held up considering that. right?
Yeah.
Oh, when you have the 100,000 memories of a million bastard sons inside of you, you know, like, I don't know what that phrase is. Yeah, when you have a tapestry of everyone's nightmares inside of your vessel, you're eternal.
Now the next is a sign for the Orange County Museum,
Which obviously Walt Disney copied for his haunted mansion.
Yeah.
Accurate.
That is a haunted ass sign.
Yeah, but like no, but
It's
we
just
were
because
first,
it's
right?
old. And
Were
then-
we first? That would have been before. What's the time on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been before Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, and that is straight up the haunted. Well, maybe they all looked like that at the time. I don't know, but that looks haunted mansion-y. Pretty damn good.
We're unraveling a scandal here, I think.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think. Well, I mean, he came here and basically pillaged our land, right? And
Yeah.
No, he brought joy to the hearts of thousands
There you go. There you go.
He did.
and billions of dollars.
All right, let's keep moving here.
Okay. Next up, we Daniel got a good laugh at
Stop.
this one. The commander.
I told you I haven't been called that since college.
The Commander Ragtime sign from Church Street. What is this now?
I'm going to let Scotty talk about that. 'cause
Well, I used to work there.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen,
The original
Captain
Commander.
Commander Ragtime is here. Holy smokes, it's Commander Ragtime.
Yeah, back that was actually my first job when we moved to Orlando in '88, and these signs were actually done by I'm not going to explain this very well, but like authentic circus sign
Yes,
painters.
it's a
and
dying art, man.
Bob Snow had these commissioned, and they were gorgeous, and we have one.
This was my front runner because of just the fact that it had to do with Church Street and the fact that like I would go there as a kid and I thought that this was like it was the definitive Orlando to me was Church Street.
Oh yeah.
When you walked in that spot, I never got to go more than, and it's so funny that I say it was definitive to me. I went twice. You see what an impact it made on me? Like, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't come to Orlando a lot. Daytona would have been closer. You go to Volusia Mall. You don't go to Altamont Mall. You don't go to the good malls here. I remember the minute I set foot in there and I saw the arcade and everything and all the gift shops, and it was very much like a theme park. Unbelievable, dude. I was like, this is the best place in the world.
Now, Daniel, you know music. Explain to me, because when I think of ragtime,
It's a piano.
Right, okay.
Scott Joplin.
But I also think of like
My mom really liked playing a lot of Scott Joplin, ragtime, piano. They're old rags, like.
So what is that? What kind of music is like? Yeah, and they're shaking their hands and kicking their feet.
I think you could go with that.
That's how bad white people
Yeah,
are
here, let me-
dancing. They invented a dance that's just shaking their hand and then you kick your feet.
Let me give you a little ragtime and see if we have some. I should have pulled. Oh, here's Scott Joplin. Great, perfect example. Oh, hold on. We got to get through this Trivago ad.
Trivago, is that's still a
Hold on,
thing?
here it is. Dun, 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 dun. This is The Entertainer, right?
Classic.
Oh, my mom played this a billion times. It's like. It's the music that you.
For silent film, right?
Yeah. I go more cowboy, like the guy's playing it, and then he's playing that on the piano, and then I walk in, and then everything goes quiet, and they're like, "Oh, Dastardly Dan's here."
So next up, we've got the oldest voting machine in Orange County.
That's not true. That's not true. Jim Colbert is the oldest voting machine. Hey, got him, you old bastard.
So what is this? I think I just described exactly what it was.
You're doing it backwards. Very good. Very good. That was better, but you need to ask them first. Not describe it.
Sorry.
I mean, that's what it is.
Confirmation. Great confirmation.
God damn it. What I have a problem just going through a list. I'm going through a list wrong.
I know you are. It's like you don't know how to go through a list, which would be like a real problem for people, right? Like
a radio show host.
It should be like if I give you a job application.
What I'm best at.
If I gave you a job application, it's something. Let's just say like Chick-fil-A, and at the top it said, "Can you follow a list?" And you're like, I'll see you later, guys. Like, I'm out. Can't do it.
Now, I think this is the one that I'm going to choose just so I can say if they still made them like this, it wouldn't have so much steel. Look at this thing.
Stop the steel.
It's a gigantic metal box.
It does say America when I look at it, though. It does. Like, it's extremely important. It's freedom. Like, I don't know. It says 1950. I'm wondering what election it would have been used locally. Probably would have been the last time it got used. Or
it says machine. Is there actually any?
There's a little
mechanical?
president's on there.
Is that actually what they would go up to vote?
Yeah,
it
opens up like a cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it hides your.
That's your privacy.
Yes.
Yeah. They're real chintzy now. It's just like a little. It looks like a picnic table you'd buy on Temu or whatever. Like now.
But when you say machine, it implies there's some mechanical parts to it. So there is like you put your vote inside the thing and it holds it down in the box.
I call that a mailbox. That's called a mailbox.
It's just a dresser, right? We open
this is a metal box. Maybe
like,
that's why everybody's so confused. It's like we've been calling these things machines. They're just boxes. So let's start with that.
Yeah. Well, nowadays they're actually like it actually records.
Oh, nowadays there's some old grandma out there with an AR trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
This next one is super creepy. Although this
one's great, dude. This one's also perfect because that new Terrifier 3 movie came out.
Yeah.
And if you look at this guy, this clown,
It does.
this is who is this?
Raleigh doll clown. What is this?
So, this was a big toy at the time. It's kind of like a Weeble Wobble that shows how
It's
old.
like weighted at the bottom.
Yeah,
it
shows how old I
over.
am. Like you can just bat this thing around and it will not fall over. It'll stand upright every time. The cool thing about it was that the family who gifted it to their son was a pretty prominent family. Their son actually went to college and died of a burst appendix, and this was his childhood toy.
Oh, so his
So it has,
ghost
like, a
lives
creepy
inside of it.
story.
Inside of it now, yeah. Until another child that is of the right proportions can take this toy under its wing, and then the ritual will begin.
Yeah. Then it enters through your appendix.
Yeah, it does.
And then it explodes out of you like an alien.
Yeah, it does. It does. And then it kills your family and burns your house to the ground.
So I was curious to the next item. It looks like some sort of decorative egg. What is that?
That's the body of the clown.
Is it?
Oh, that's the
Oh, yeah, yours got 2 pages.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know. This guy doesn't know how pages work. You're really making a lot of. You're real. That was the worst thing you could have done after the other thing. Is you're like, what's this Fabergé egg you got here, Scott? Scotty, you gonna call me Scott?
I don't know. It looked like a whole new item
That
in the
looks like a
page
goddamn Fabergé egg that they had in the Ming Dynasty.
with that clown hands.
You need your glasses, dude. He doesn't have any glasses at the studio. All of his glasses. You left all your glasses at the dog track, didn't you?
The next, I take it off for now.
Throws them on the ground at the dog track.
So the next item is the item I'm gonna pick, and it's a Civil War amputee saw.
That's got every soul in it. That is
now.
Because you know what I heard? I heard that many of the people on the battlefield would do this. And obviously we knew that, medical procedures were very crude back then and it would save people's lives. But the people that would do this sometimes, in order to do that, you'd have to have a screw loose, right? Because it's a kind of a weird thing to do.
Sawing off.
So you become bloodlust. You'd become you'd be like,
let's
saw it off. Oh, I got a mosquito bite. Let's saw it off. You're sawing everything.
Now, this is very important to my decision of whether or not I'm going to pick this item. But is this a north or a south saw?
Okay. That's a good question. If it's a south saw.
Yeah.
Do we know that?
Yeah, I don't know. How would you tell?
The donor's grandfather was an Orlando surgeon. So
probably
that's
could
a south saw.
But he could have come down here from New York.
New York City.
There's a lot of that, by the way. So
hey, the water's better. The bagels, the pizza.
So, is there any way to confirm that, like, this person had this in their family for generations, and then donated to the History Center?
Yeah, it seems that it kind of got passed down the family. They were doctors. It seems that way, and then it came to us as part of a Civil War surgical kit.
Whoa.
There's actually another piece of this that will be in the exhibit that's a box with a whole bunch of surgical tools in it. And then there's amputation saws separately.
Yes.
It looks like what is in a haunted house. So I guess it's the crazy doctor that unrolls all the saws and
I've always wanted
pokers.
I've always wanted a leather bag of razor blades.
Now, next up, McElroy's ant poison. What is that?
This is crazy, right?
Yeah, that is.
It's still in there, right? The
yeah,
poison?
the poison's still in the bottle.
Yeah.
How much? I'll do a spoon of it.
I mean,
I'll do one spoon at the exhibit. At the exhibit, I'll stand there. I'll dress like an ant.
If you do that during the media preview,
I'll dress like an ant.
Perfect.
You get me an ant costume. I'll dress like an ant. I'll stand out there. Now we have Dan dressed like an ant.
Does it?
And I'll take a spoon and I'm fits fine.
Like medication, does it dull after years?
Yeah.
It becomes less potent, or is it more potent?
Should have a half-life, right? Like most, I know, just all I know is from pain pills, and they do lose their potency. Because
But not
I'll have
totally.
some left over. I go to get them. I'm
Come
like,
on,
it's a hurricane
We're
party.
gonna have to take two.
I go, hurricanes are coming. I'm like, I didn't do nothing.
So did someone donate this, or like
An ant did. He's like, I don't need them.
How do you acquire something like that? Old ant poison.
I think this particular one came in a kit of medical stuff. It was a big medical donation.
Okay.
Because McElroy's was a pharmacy downtown.
So this is like Orlando brand ant poison, if you think about it.
Yeah, like the local hardware store.
Yeah. It'd be like having
Jim McElroy.
Yeah, it'd be like having a Tools Ace hardware ant poison bottle, and then from now, and you're in a future person. Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, I like that one.
It's arsenic. I wouldn't try it.
Right. Yeah.
It's mostly arsenic.
Yeah, and they made their poisons better back then. That is the I wouldn't take it.
Everybody
now.
knows that.
Well, it's like everything else. Like the paint on my car is so soft now because they take all the stuff that makes it they're like, sorry, you're killing the world, so we got to take the stuff out.
Did you know all the snow in the original Wizard of Oz was all I saw that on a meme.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now I know it.
I did know that.
Don't tell
Where
me.
you get your information.
I get all my information
from
through
TikTok.
tiny videos and memes.
Yeah. Did you know I have a poster of the little person who hung himself in the bathroom?
Oh my god.
It didn't really happen. It was just a myth. But there is a poster. There is a shadow. It looks like a little person hanging himself.
So, and the last, we have an ID card from the Casey Anthony case.
That's real. That's literally the creepiest one, I think. Anything with her name on it, right, is just like barf.
It's just some random person that was at the trial.
So what they did during the trial, because it was such a media sensation, was they made special ID tags for people who had a reason to be in that area. So basically, if you didn't have this ID tag, this guy was on the facilities team. If you didn't have this special ID tag, you were not allowed in that area. It's like as a county employee type thing.
Okay.
It was more for that reason because just like I used to work at a hospital, just side note, and someone was admitted who did some really horrible things. And if you looked at his record, you were automatically fired because you had no business. You weren't working on his case. So it was kind of the same thing where if you worked for the county and you didn't really need to be in that area, then they made special badges for those who
Yeah,
did.
we all knew what was happening.
Absolutely.
And I had friends that were in that area, and I can remember even just like friends of mine that would go down just the curiosity of wanting to be involved in something like that. Certainly, it's not something that I want to do, but it is fascinating to many, many people. It's a circus.
Yeah.
So it becomes something that people want to get in there, see it, or like, I want to read the dirt.
Yeah.
How many different items are going to be in this exhibition? And this is again for April, so this will be all like the collection will be put together for April. All the influencers will make their choice.
Celebrities.
Yeah, I like
I just
it.
prefer.
Hey, the influencer sounds better because celebrity could be like
How
you're
about
just famous
how
for
about
nothing.
luminary?
I don't even understand what a luminary is.
I don't either.
It sounds like
I've always thought it's
government.
that I am so awesome that I radiate light.
But how many different items are going to be in the exhibition?
So the goal is 150.
Nice.
Because it's 150 years of Orlando. We're celebrating the 150th anniversary of the city. It's 150 items, but there will probably be more than that, just some supplementary things.
Nobody's going to count.
I mean,
How are you going to find
not.
150 Orlando influencers? You're going to be scraping the bottom of
Oh my God. You better put Jim Colbert down. I guess.
Yeah. Having a
What's he
beer
gonna
with Mike.
pick?
What else?
Having a beer with Mike. You guys remember that?
The original, what are the guys, the family Automarts?
No, I think he's gone.
Well, a couple of them. Their kids are
Ralph
still alive.
Kazarian. You're digging up everybody. Like the old, Who was the guy that had the cowboy hat sign on Colonial where the boba place is, or the I Fix You Break is now? It used to be a cowboy. It used to be like a paper mache cowboy.
oh my gosh.
You get that
I
guy.
miss when people were such egomaniacs that for their business they would have rednecks build a paper mache model of themselves and stand it in front of their
You
business.
guys literally have your face around it.
No, we're close. I wanted to do the Baldwin Park wouldn't let us.
Yeah. We wanted to do statues out there. They were like, no, sir. It's too expensive around here.
So, again, just become a member.
Yep.
Orange County Regional History Center. thehistorycenter.org is the website.
Again, it's another great. It's a good sort of a date thing to do. Whenever they're having exhibits or things that you can pop in, it's definitely worth your time. The Music and Mayhem thing, I still get people talking about that. Like they can't, like our listeners, it's resonated with them so much. They love that exhibition.
What are some current exhibits going on now that?
Oh, sure. We've got Cover Story, which is about Watermark's anniversary.
Yep.
They've been on here before, and that's up till December 15th. Figurehead is up, but it's coming down February 2nd to make room for this exhibit that we were talking about that you guys just participated in the process of.
We didn't pick our
you
things.
still haven't picked your thing.
Do you have yours? Do you have yours?
I
have mine now.
I want Civil War amputee saw just because it's just so morbid and crazy.
Okay, and they did get me because they started spider webbing out the history of it, and I'm going to change mine. I think I'm going to have to choose Mr. Color TV just because of the story of the bears. And then the bears being in there, like that's really cool, like to me. And then I could see this guy. He seems like a sort of a fun, larger than life character. Whenever I say that, people are like, "Oh, he's a horrible person." Like when you say things
I've
like that.
seen a picture of him, and he was a tall guy. So I think
he
he probably was a
It sounds
character.
fun, like
He was a cool guy.
like the guy that throws the tire through the window, or something. Like I like a business owner that is screaming and yelling. I like that.
Stressed out. He carries a gun.
Yeah. Always, you have to. You have to have a piece.
Guys, thanks so much for coming by.
We
Thanks for
appreciate you
having
guys
us.
so much.
And again, the History Center, you can check out everything, thehistorycenter.org, and we will be right back.